Hey guys, it's Mage Captain Gilshanks, and welcome to my brand new Let's Play. This is Pokémon Snap for the Nintendo 64, even though I'm playing it on my Wii, but that's all fine and good. We're now being introduced to our main character. This is Todd Snap, looking oh so clueless, as I usually do when I go out, because I'm always getting lost everywhere I go. But enough of that, let me talk a little bit about the premise of this game. Unlike the conventional Pokemon game where you're actually going around and catching them and making them battle, in this game we're actually going to be taking pictures of them as you're seeing a little demonstration of here. And the idea is you still do want to catch them all, except that you want to catch snapshots of them all, and that's where the main challenge comes from. I'm going to get a little more into the mechanics when we actually get to, you know, the game. We're not even at the friggin' title screen yet. But I just wanted to give you a little introduction as to what we're going to be doing. I'm going to move the microphone a little closer, so it might be a little louder, and if so, that is why. You know what, I'm just going to do this. Okay. Yeah, if you're hearing any ridiculous sounds right now, it's just me readjusting the microphone. Okay, so now we're finally at our title screen here. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new file, because it'd be kind of silly to start a new Let's Play in the middle of an already existing file. We're going to go ahead and name ourselves Gilshanks, because what else would I name myself? I have to make sure I get the friggin' letters right, because they're very small, and it's kind of hard to actually see them, as ridiculous as that sounds. Alright, so the best thing we can get is Gilshanks. And now we have Professor Oak.
Hello there.
Well, hello to you, Professor Oaks. Hello there, I'm Jesus Christ. Hello there, Gilshanks, I'm Oak, the Pokemon Professor. The reason I invited you here is this Pokemon report. I'd like for you to take pictures of Pokemon for the Pokemon report. Here on Pokemon Island, wild Pokemon can be found everywhere. This is my new invention, the 01 vehicle. You can take this with you on your trip. The 01 vehicle constantly goes toward the goal gate. Shall I repeat this information? No, thank you, kind sir. Yeah, he's gonna teach us how to take pictures and shit. So let's go to the first course, and just look at how ridiculous Professor Oak's sprite looks right now. He's like, I don't know what he's doing, but you know what? I don't even want to think about what he's doing. Okay, we're just gonna go to the beach before I make any more awkward comments about what I'm seeing on screen here. And welcome to the first level of Pokemon Snap. This is gonna be a very auto-scrolling kind of game. And what you want to do is hold down Z or L if you're playing the classic controller or the GameCube controller, because I'm playing this on the Wii, as I already mentioned. And pretty soon a Doduo is coming out, and you really want to make sure you get a good shot of it, because it's going to be fast. There you go. That's pretty much the best shot you're going to get of a Doduo for a while. Now, there's a couple other things ooh, that's actually not a bad shot right there. There's going to be a couple things I want to mention, but I might cut myself off a lot if I have to make sure that I get a good shot of a particular Pokemon. Right now, what I'm doing is looking for Lapras, because Lapras actually shows up. But of course, we also want to make sure we get the Butterfree. Okay, cool. I got a Butterfree. Got a nice shot of Butterfree. Where is Lapras? I'm going to be really pissed off if I don't get the Lapras. It's going to piss me the fuck off. There you go. There's Lapras. My god, I'm going a little overzealous with the pictures here. We have a Snorlax to our right, but unfortunately we don't have a particular item that will allow us to actually get a good shot of Snorlax, so I'm going to leave it alone for now. Just for the fact that the camera is going to not going to pick it up if you try to take a picture of Snorlax's feet like that. So what we're going to do is just chill along here, and while we're not really going after anything nuts right now, I'm going to mention that, like I said, this is an auto-scrolling game, and I guess one can make the argument that this is actually a first-person shooter, even though I'm probably pretty certain that no one's ever tried that before. You want to keep getting all the shots of Lapras that you can, because, as you can see, this gets a much better shot of Lapras to come up. The more pictures you take of Lapras, the more chances you're going to get for a better shot. And the idea is you want to get a big shot, because you're going to get more points for that, because Professor Oak is actually going to like that. So yeah, so that's why I'm desperately trying to make sure that I get all the right shots of Lapras here. I'm going to make sure that there's not... I don't think there's going to be another... Oh, maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay, I'm almost already out of shots here. We're going to have another Meowth coming up. I think out of this bush. Maybe out of the mech. Oh, you know, I might have missed it. No. Meowth is coming. There you go. Now, the idea is you don't want to get a shot of the back of a Pokemon, because Professor Oak doesn't like that. You got to get it from the front. And you want it to also be in the middle. And we have an adorable shot of Eevee here. So let's try to make sure we get it. I only have like 17 shots left. And now that we've done all this, the good shot of Lapras, the really good one that you want to go for, should be coming up soon. Right? Okay. Well, maybe it's because we got it already earlier on. Alright, well, that didn't go the way I planned, but as long as you get a good shot of Lapras, it's all fine and good. And we have more Meowth there. They give you so many Pidgey and Meowth in this course. And there is a way to get a Magikarp, but unfortunately we need another item for that as well. So as long as you have 7 kinds, we're pretty much on the right track here. There aren't a lot of levels in this game, and in fact there only are 7, and they're all pretty short, the same way that this one is. But the real length from this game comes from the fact that you're going to be doing a lot of backtracking and going back to the previous levels and getting brand new pictures of Pokemon that you weren't able to get before because you didn't have certain items or you didn't have certain techniques or whatever. So first things first, we're going to go with this Pidgey here because this is kind of the freebie shot. And what you want to do on this screen is figure out, like, you know, what are all the best shots of a particular Pokemon, and that's what you're going to show to Professor Oak. You only get one shot that you can show to him, so you kind of have to make sure you pick the right one. Like I said before, you want to make sure that you get a shot that has the Pokemon in the center, so not this one of Pikachu. Instead, we're going to go for, this one's more so in the shot, in the center, rather. And I don't think we got a particularly good shot of Butterfree, but let's just, oh, well, actually, that one's not bad. And so the bigger it is, and the more so in the center it is, you know, it's all fine and good. Did I get it? I don't know what happened. Yeah, so you were supposed to get a bigger shot of Lapras. I don't know why it didn't show up by the Kangaskhan. And by the way, I did ignore the Kangaskhan on purpose. You, like I said before, you don't necessarily want to... Actually, you know what? I don't like that shot of Lapras. Let's go for, you know what? Never mind. I guess we are going to go for that shot of Lapras. Lapras. Oh, that one's adorable, but you know what? I think I'm going to get more points if I go for a bigger one like that, but that one's not really in the center. And so that's where the real challenge of this game comes from, is trying to figure out what picture you should show to Oak. I'm going to go with that one. We're not going to get a great score for that, but it'll be alright. Let's see, Meowth. We're definitely going to get a better score for this than anything else. So we're going to go for that for now. And, okay, you know what? Yeah, I think there's 7 there. I just want to make sure that I got all of them. Yeah, I know. So first he's going to judge you on the size, and then the pose. And then the technique is usually just based on whether or not it was in the center and, you know, whether or not it was actually facing the camera. So that's usually where it comes from. Now, there are particular special shots of Pokemon where you're going to get even more points for them, but we can't really do that yet. Oh, wow, we actually got 1,000 for the Doduo pose. I was not expecting that, so not bad. We did pretty well in the Doduo. The only thing I was really disappointed by in this round was the Lapras. We were supposed to get a better shot of Lapras. It didn't show up for whatever reason.
Wonderful.
Nice. The Pikachu is good. We're actually going to be getting a much better shot of Pikachu pretty soon. So let's see how we're doing with the Butterfree. Alright, cool. I was kind of worried that it wouldn't be counted as in the center, but, you know, he's not going to like the Lapras. Okay, we got okay for the size. He likes the pose.
Wow.
Oh, sweet. He's giving us a lot of points here. That wasn't even a great shot. Okay, well, that's alright. Now, something I want to mention is that if your size is less than 250, he's not going to like it, and you're not even going to be able to be judged on the rest of the criteria, because you're sort of going to fail at that step. So I just wanted to mention that. I was actually expecting that to happen to the Lapras, but it's all fine and good. We got a good shot of Lapras. I don't even have to go back and get a better shot of it. Okay, so... Wow, I'm actually doing pretty well on the Eevee. You know, not too shabby for this first round. Did I get 7? Good, I got 7. Okay, I was kind of worried that I missed something there. So now that we have a certain number of points, we're actually able to go to the next level. And first he's telling us about the Pokemon report, which when we go there, it's kind of like the equivalent to the Pokemon Dex, except in this case it's just about pictures. You can go here and see all the Pokemon that you've taken pictures of and the maximum score you've gotten for them. You can go for the best shot, which is going to be the Pidgey. All right. Or maybe it's not going to be the Pidgey, it's the Butter. It usually is that Pidgey, the freebie shot. That's pretty much every other time I played this game, it's been the Pidgey. So we're actually going to get a much better shot soon of Pikachu. But first things first, let me not get too far ahead of myself. And instead, let's go to the tunnel level.
Yes.
This is the second level in the game, and it's only part 1. You know, we're going through this pretty quickly. I'm not expecting this to be too many parts, but I don't know. It should be alright. Now, we're going to ignore this Pikachu because there's really nothing special about it. It's a very average Pikachu, and I don't want to hurt its feelings, but we're going to get a much better shot of Pikachu in the near future. Now, we do have an Electrode here, but I'd much rather go for the Electabuzz because it's very difficult to actually get a good shot of Electabuzz because it's always running away from you, as you can see here. The only chance you really have to get one up close and, you know, actually facing you is, you know, during that first instant. We're going to have a much better shot of... Sorry about that. We're going to have a much better shot of Electrode coming up. But first thing I want to do is get... Okay, and something else I want to mention. When you watch part 2 of this Let's Play, it might be very inconsistent with this part 1. And that's because I've already recorded part 2. Obviously, I did it after part 1. But the problem is... That was not a very good shot of Zubat. The problem is... the part 1 got really fucked up, so I decided to do that over rather than do, you know, both of them. So there might be some inconsistencies here, but, there you go. I think I got a good shot of Haunter there. Now, you want to make... And now that gas ball, by the way, is Haunter. And we have a Magikarp coming up right about here. And we have another shot of the Zubat coming up. You want to make sure you get it. You know, you really don't have a lot of time with this, so that's why I want to make sure that I, Fuck. I messed up both shots of Zubat. We're not going to get a good score for Zubat, but that's all fine and good. I'm going to ignore what's going on to the right for now because it's just a bunch of Electabuzz, and honestly, you're not really going to get a good shot of them anyway because you're only going to get their back. What you do want to go for is the Diglett, and you want to make sure you get kind of a good shot. And you want to make sure you get a shot of Diglett at every little interval here because every time you do, he's going to move over a little bit. And you can tell that you did it right when you see the Pikachu move. And after 3 times, he's going to eventually become a Dugtrio. I wish I wasn't moving so damn fast. There you go. Okay, cool. So we got the Dugtrio, and that's pretty much everything I wanted to take care of in this first level. So, okay, good. So far so good. Everything's going pretty smoothly. And the last thing we really have going on down here is stuff that we can't take care of yet anyway because we don't have that item that I mentioned so many times in this video already. We do have some Magnemite, but unfortunately it won't let you take shots at them. See how you get a question mark? I know you also get a question mark for the Haunter, but for whatever reason that counts, this doesn't. And there's something we actually can do with that Electrode, but unfortunately we need an item for that, and it's actually the same item that you need in order to get these Magnemites. So, unfortunately, that's all you can do in this first round. I am really starting to run out of breath here because there are so many things to talk about all in one go because it's very fast-paced, as you can see, and you can't control the rate at which you move with this friggin' thing because that's where the whole challenge factor comes from. So we're pretty much at the goal gate now, and this is pretty much all I wanted to do for part 1. It's actually all I can do for part 1 because part 2 picks up from right after this, so it would really be anachronistic if I were to go on. But you know what? I might just record part 3. I might just do everything I did. And now that I think about it, part 3 is also going to be, fuck. Part 3 is also going to be inconsistent because I have to do all that stuff over again. But you know what? I'm going to make sure they get the same kind of shots, and I do all the same kind of stuff. I don't really mess up. The points might be a little different, and the actual snapshots might be different, but the end result's going to be the same. I'm going to make sure that I have the same number of kinds discovered, and that I've accomplished all the same things by the time we get to part 3. So it's going to be all good. Now, Professor Oak telling us about the album art, which lets you basically pick a picture that you really like, and if you want to save it for whatever reason, you can do that. That way you can just go back and look at it or whatever. I've never really had a reason to look at that feature. So now let's go pick an Electabuzz. That one's alright. I don't think that'll... The side view is okay. The back view is what's really bad. As you can see, yeah. Well, that's actually not a bad shot of Kakuna, even though I think we're going to get in part 2, there's going to be a better shot of Kakuna. This is weird. I'm talking about a future video that I shouldn't be talking about yet, because I shouldn't have recorded it at the time I'm recording this one, but you know what, never mind. Okay, so we got this Electrode, and I like going for that one because it's nice and big and you get the full shot. He is not going to like our Zubat. Oh, maybe he might actually like that one. He might not like that Zubat, just for the fact that, it kind of cuts some of his wing off, but he should like this Magikarp because it's big and it's right in the center, and it's actually the same kind of Magikarp that I got in the original part 1 recording that got all messed up. See, that one's of his back, that one's kind of small, so he's really not going to like either of them, so we're going to go with that one that I chose there. Now, we have a few options for Diglett. That's actually a pretty good shot of Diglett, and let's make sure we have one of Dugtrio here. Yeah, that's pretty much the best one we're going to get. And that's about it. Okay, so let's go to Professor Oak and see how we did. We're about to have our exam scored. Oh, I'm surprised we actually got that good of a score for the pose. I'm gonna go right through this because this part really isn't too interesting. I'm just curious to see how we did on this Kakuna. So okay, so last time when I did this, I didn't even get past the size because it was less than 250. We're probably not going to get a better shot of Kakuna. Well, I do in the part 2 that's going up, but it's only because there are a lot of them in that shot. Yeah, see, I told you, if you go for this Electrode, he's going to love it. I think he also likes the exploded Electrode, but I always like going for that one. Oh, wow.
Wonderful.
I did not expect to do that well on the Haunter. Oh, he'll love the Magikarp. Okay, I was actually expecting the Magikarp to be a little better. Now, let's see. I'm not sure about the Zubat.
Wait.
What? What do you mean it's on the middle? It's taking up most of the frame. How's it on the middle of the frame? That's bullshit. I'm sorry, that's bullshit. He likes the pose. I'm not really sure why. He's not really doing anything. And now, of course, you have Dugtrio.
Wonderful.
Okay, we did pretty well. All things considered, we didn't do that well. We have 15. 15. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I got... Okay, never mind. I'll figure it out later. Okay, so, that's about it for this video. I think he's going to give us an item now. Finally, we're going to get that item that I've been trying to get for a while now. I'm not going to read the text, it didn't start. And now we have apples, ladies and gentlemen. Or, I'm sorry, excuse me, apple-shaped Pokemon food. Yeah, I'm just going to be calling them apples. Okay, no, we're not going to bother with that. And in the next part, we're going to go back to the beach. Now that we have this apple, there's a couple of things that I can actually show you with the apple, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to go back to the tunnel. So, thank you guys, and see you next time.